capacity.
Yes, we should hit it. I'll
1,
sync it
2,
up later.
3. Boom. All right.
Boom. Put that away. Awesome. I got the chat window up and everything. Cool. Can you check it for us, Phil?
Yeah.
Make sure we are copacetic.
Show me the live, baby.
Show me the live.
I'm gonna turn down your audio real quick so I hear everything.
Okay, I'll be very quiet. Open it on my phone.
We're so solid right now.
We're so solid. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're seeing all the goodness we're putting out into
all.
the world.
All the good, all the bad, all the fury.
Oh yeah, the wrinkles. The White Claw. I mean Celsius, of course, Celsius. Yes.
It'd be crazy for me to pour White Claw into one of these. That'd be nuts.
Yeah, I mean they had that mix up, so that's pretty.
And yeah, and if I were to continue doing that.
Hey, put that down. We're not getting sponsored by Celsius. You put that away.
True.
There we go. Yeah, we'll get some tape and put it over.
Drink like a squirrel. All right.
All right. Hello and welcome everyone to episode 100. Oh my goodness. Episode 100. We're doing a live show, surprise live show on our YouTube channel. Thank you all for being subscribed. We really appreciate it. If there's no one watching right now, that is okay because it was a happy surprise. You can catch this episode later as well. As always, I am joined by my miraculous companion, my compadre, my co-pilot, Phil. Phil, have you had a great gaming week to talk about on episode 100 of the podcast?
Yeah. I played a lot of Arc Raiders.
Yeah.
A little bit of Battlefield.
Ooh.
And a little bit of Outer Worlds 2, which I am enjoying thoroughly. It's just, sadly came out during one of the most involving games of our year. So.
Yeah, indeed. Right on. I've been waiting to play the Outer Worlds 2. I really want to get into it. And honestly, I'm kind of thankful that I didn't buy Borderlands 4 because I feel like this is kind of in the same vein, but a little bit more RPG, which is going to draw me in a little bit more than Borderlands and whatnot. So little.
It has that bit of realism that really kind of ties you into every moment. Like Borderlands is fun. Borderlands is great. You're passively picking up. It's like watching junk food TV. Where you're
sure,
this is a fun thing to relax. But this game, you're like, did I hear someone over there? Okay, I gotta get this. And I gotta get out of here. No robot.
Exactly. I've been loving Arc Raiders. I've been playing it like crazy. I just had a great run today. I didn't think I was gonna like this game this much, and there's not so much to the game, but there is more. The more you play and you keep digging, and I'm getting really into it. I'm not a big PvP guy. I will do it, but if someone offers peace, I'm always coming out here with peace. So even when I'm loading it with teams, I know a lot of people have been saying if you're solo queuing, people are a lot more friendly, and if you're team queuing, then it's more PvP teams. But
I mean, if you get a team together on Teams, you're gonna be able to do so much more stuff. I feel like it's rarer, but because it can if you get 6 or 9 people together, you can go take down a big robot, which is so sick. A lot of the times I find robots attacking people, and I'll hear them kind of talking or cursing at the robot, and I will start shooting the robot to help them.
Yeah.
And this is in solos, so everybody is pretty friendly.
Sure.
It's been a really nice experience of helping someone kill a robot and oh my god, thanks. Hey, I found this over there. Go check it out.
Right on. That's awesome. Yeah. And I mean, I think that's really the magic of this game is that it's very much, it's a social game. And I think that's where a lot of people are like, especially people who haven't played it yet, they're missing that element of how social a game it is, and how it's about just these, gamers who are usually socially awkward, who, do not have a lot of confidence or whatever, but online they are full and boisterous. But yeah, I've snuck up in solo games. I've snuck up on like 3 people, and I've been like, hey, are you friendly? And then they'll like get freaked out. Like, oh my god, what's going on? And they'll like hide. And I remember this one guy, there was this one of those little rooms where it has the doors you can open and close. It was just an isolated building. I think it was in the buried city or something. And this guy, he like heard me talk, and so he went in the building and he closed the door. And I was like, hey dude, I'm behind you. He's like, ah! He freaked out.
Did he end up being cool? Did he end up being all right?
So like I like slowly walked out of the room, and then he closed the other door, and I was like, okay, fair enough.
This is what I love about these types of games, and like the simulated wasteland where you're like, I don't know who I can trust, so I'm just gonna, like, you see someone acting weird, and you're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna just go on my way.
Yep.
You don't bother me.
You were there first. Sounds good. You have access to that space. I'm not gonna fight you for it. So yeah.
The other day, this dude ran up to me. He's like, I got a key for a special room. You want to come with me? And I was like, okay. And we went in, and he's like, I'm full of stuff, so whatever is in here, you can have. And I was like, you're going to kill me, aren't you? And he just got me some free stuff, and then we extracted together. It was the best.
Wow, that's awesome. Got to add that guy. So
he's a true friend that I'll never see again.
Yeah, you don't know that. But I guess I do wish that there was like names or like above people and whatnot. But I get that it adds that element of immersion in the game. So that's kind of nice, but yeah. I also wish you could get people up if you don't have a defibrillator, if you're not on the same team. But I think that also just incentivizes bringing a defibrillator. So true. That's nice. But yeah, I've pretty much been playing that, and I've been playing Battlefield to a lesser degree, lesser extent. We're going to talk about the new casual mode, which is what I've mostly been playing when I've been playing Battlefield, which has been fantastic, and I love it. And we're going to break that down in just a little bit. But if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel or like this stream, please do so. We'd really appreciate it. And if you're listening to this way after the fact on the audio only version on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can follow us over there as well. We really appreciate that, and all that your little interactions you have with us. All right, let's get into the major game releases this week. Is primarily just one, Phil, and that is Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. Where is Link? What's going on? Why isn't Link here?
I think Link is in the clink, so to speak. I think Link's in jail.
I see.
Just because it's called Age of Imprisonment, so I'm going on literally nothing here.
Okay.
But this is the newest in the Hyrule Warriors saga, and this is a series of games that uses all of the Legend of Zelda attire, world, everything from the Breath of the Wild games typically, and then it takes that and drapes it over a Dynasty Warriors game. So basically, you are like this epic hero fighting through hundreds and thousands of mobs, and then occasionally fighting a boss. These games also, they do a pretty cool job of like making you feel like a badass, but also you're like flipping your sword around. You have these really cool special moves. They do a great job of taking the Zelda flavor and adding it on. Like Zelda in this game uses a sword made of the technology, Zonite sword. So she like whips it around, and then also sometimes it flies off on its own and like attacks people. And then she can rewind time like you can with the Zonite item. And her sword will like make a like everything it just did, it does backwards. Like, double hit people.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems pretty badass.
Yeah, one of the other characters uses a bunch of like Zonite technology. Like, you can build stuff in not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. You can build all this crazy stuff. They use those like things that you can build to attack and destroy people. So it seems pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a Dynasty Warriors vibe, but it also, you know what this game also kind of reminded me of was the Guardians of the Galaxy game. like just a little bit in like the squad management and the quirky things that you can kind of do. Not exactly, but like that's definitely like what the gameplay. I'm not a big Dynasty Warriors player, so so that was probably the closest relatable thing to me. That I could reference. So, but I mean, cool. We get another game here. I think this is coming out both on the Switch and the Switch 2. Am I correct?
I believe it is on both, which is, always kind of a bummer for people who have the Switch 2, but very cool for people who have the Nintendo Switch.
Yes, indeed. But like I'd imagine like the resolution's still going to be better. It's going to be running better on the Switch 2 and everything like that. And
Yeah.
unlike all of the other old Switch games, you don't have to pay for this one twice.
That's so nice. The game's so nice, you bought it one time.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. So we were talking some Arc Raiders. Phil and I have been playing so much of it. Getting a lot of XP. Something that's been going around. Some misinformation been going around about an IGN article, an IGN review. Streamers have gotten a hold of this, and they have been putting, just setting IGN ablaze with their review of Arc Raiders. But here's the thing. It wasn't a review of Arc Raiders. It was a preview of Arc Raiders that IGN did back at the end of April. And its actual review is out now and is much different from what the preview said. So, and also I think we need to take into account, if it was a preview, he was playing with an earlier build of the game that probably did
kind of a different game.
Yeah. So the preview came out April 29th and was written by Jared Petty. This has been the article that most people have been complaining about. In this preview, he compares the game to Fortnite. He says that the game is fine. He doesn't like the gunplay. There's a lot of problems with it. He thinks it's just another extraction shooter. And obviously with the success that Arc Raiders has launched into over this last week, a lot of people had problems with that. But if you actually go back to IGN and check out their review, which is written by Travis Northrup, which came out on Halloween, it is completely different and is a completely positive experience. He talks about how he's absolutely addicted, which is what many of us are going through and experiencing right now. So I'm glad that
playing it. I'm thinking about playing it.
Exactly. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. The amount of memes and shorts and TikTok videos of people being like at work and be like, I just can't stop. I just want to get home so I can play Arc Raiders. Has that been your experience? Have you just been thinking about it all the time?
Yeah, and I'm not at work right now, luckily. But I, whenever I have something that is also fun, hanging out with family, doing cool stuff, I'm like, man, if I could just get back there, I think I could get more Wasp drivers, and then I could finally upgrade my
workbench,
the utility workbench.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a very fun. The game just works so well that it is very easy to constantly be thinking about, oh wait, if I just do one more run, I could do this. And the game it's weird because it's a game you can play for long chunks, but it incentivizes like a 15-minute little mission that you go do, and then you come back, and then you re-up and do it again. So you can play in small chunks. Yeah. But
you could grind away. Something that I noticed, I didn't bring this up before, but earlier today, there was an event on a specific map. It was on the Buried City, and this is not a night raid. This is a different thing. So this was exploding caches were listed as an event in the Buried City. And have you had this? Have you seen this before?
I've seen it. I don't think I thought it just meant there was more caches around.
There are more caches around, but the caches contain much better loot. And from what I saw, in general, not even just the regular supplies, the loot was really good. That's the game I came away with multiple blueprints, multiple pink items, stuff like that. So if you see an event going on, not just a night raid, you should do that event, because it seems like the loot pool or the loot, like the drop rate for better quality items is higher there.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So right on. All right, let's press right along. We got a Metroid Prime 4 Switch 2 trailer.
Ooh.
Oh, are people excited? I know that when the first trailer came out for this, people were kind of a little lackluster here. Does it look better this time around, Phil?
Yeah, it looks like it's interesting because Metroid Prime is a first-person shooter, but it's still a Metroidvania, or I guess a Metroid game,
Mm-hmm.
a search action game,
Mm-hmm.
and the combat is a little bit slower than like a Halo or a Call of Duty, but it seems more intentional. Like your dodge takes more time, the enemies move a little slower. Sometimes when you have to dodge something, like the camera backs out, and then Samus turns into a ball and can go under an explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the Metroid Prime series has been, I think, it had its ups and downs, but has mostly been a positive.
Mm-hmm.
And Metroid Prime 4 has been in the works for such a long time. Kind of like along with the Switch 2, people were promised that it would be the the like next big thing. People were promised that it would come within the next 5 years, and it is now like at 7 or 8 years between Metroid Prime games. But it does look visually very stimulating, and it looks like it's going to be right at home on the Switch 2. Like if you have a Switch 2, this is one of those games that you're excited to actually play because it looks like it was kind of made for it,
Yeah.
like Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I feel like there's obviously the Switch isn't like the shooter platform or anything like that. So the fact that you get a high quality game of, this genre on the Switch 2, I think is very important, and that the Switch 2 continues to push out games to push its console.
Yeah,
I think the Switch really has a window here. I don't see another new console coming out in 2026, but I think there might be some sort of console announcement in 2027 coming from other sources. I think PS6 at the very least we're going to get an announcement by 2028.
yep.
People forget it came out in 2020. Yeah, it's been 5 years since the PlayStation 5's been out. So they're gonna just start pushing something out soon.
That's true.
Yeah, so I think they have a good window here. They could snatch a lot of the market. They could reestablish a lot of their key franchises like Metroid, because we've talked about, and you just mentioned, waiting 7 years for the next iteration of it. But I think what this is more about is getting another generation to play this game.
Yeah.
So I think they should seize that while it is in front of them. So hope.
Nintendo's restraint when it's not a Pokemon game is impressive. They will hold on to a game, and like I think Donkey Kong was ready at release of the Switch 2, but they're like,
Yes.
no, just Mario Kart, and then Donkey Kong, and now a Pokemon game, and now this. Pokemon games, they just have to keep chugging out to print infinite money.
Yeah.
But holding back this long on a Metroid Prime game till they got it just right, it makes you feel great if you are a Metroid fan.
Absolutely. Yeah. So are you gonna pick it up, you think?
Most likely, yeah, I think so. I've never played a Metroid Prime game before.
Oh, okay.
So this might be a good first introduction for a new player, but we'll see how that month is looking. What's going on
Yeah.
game wise? I might still be deep in Arc Raiders, most likely.
You will. You will.
Yeah.
All right, pressing right along. Battlefield in the news. So I played some Battlefield this week, and the big thing that I played was this new game mode called Casual Breakthrough. And you might be thinking, oh, okay, this is one of the community modes that they made, as a way to get XP or something like that. It is not. This is an official mode that Electronic Arts put out into the regular multiplayer list and playtest, and I have to say I am 100% in love with it. Let me explain. These matches are full of bots, but you're not just fighting bots. I believe it is 2 squads on either team. The game mode is Breakthrough, so I think it's out of 32 people in the match on a team, 8 of them are real people. And that's on both teams. But the match is just populated with bots, and it makes the game so much more enjoyable. I get that a lot of people play Battlefield for the simulation and the war, and trust me, I still enjoy the PvP and everything like that. But doing some of the ridiculous challenges of like, oh, it's the sniper and you have to get 50 headshots from 150 meters or more away. Like, that's for a normal person, that's not obtainable. Maybe if I was the grandpa sniper guy who does so well on social media, I could do it.
True, he's great.
Yeah,
He's incredible.
he is incredible. But he's got professional experience that I don't have.
Come on.
So this is a great way. Like, I've been playing as the assault class and just running right through all of my challenges. Something to note is that all of the XP and all of the challenges fully count for everything. So if you've been like, oh, I haven't been able to get this support quest or that quest or this quest, or get enough kills so I can unlock this gun I want, play this mode. It is so fun. And what it honestly reminds me of, and I'm referencing this largely because it's the same company, but this reminds me of the free co-op mode that was released for Star Wars Battlefront 2. That pulled everybody back in, where you're like, oh, I can just shoot bots. This makes the game fun and doable and doesn't require that I get to such a level of skill in it that it drives me crazy. So I absolutely love it. And I really do like that it's not just bots, that there are real players. So it still does feel like a match. I guess like a little bit kind of like Titanfall there, where there's bots in the match, but there's still other people as well. So
Titanfall is probably my favorite. That, like, what a great, if they kind of can build off of that, what an excellent usage.
Yeah. So I absolutely love it. I encourage you to play it, Phil. If there's anything you've been struggling to unlock or anything like that, it's a lot of fun. Just being able to, like, boom, headshot, because soldiers actually stand still for a little bit.
Oh, I'm so excited about that.
So I think that's what I'll be doing in Battlefield for the foreseeable future, because RedSec is interesting. It is fun. It's technically come out over this last week, so I guess we should mention that. And if you did not buy Battlefield 6, turns out you can download RedSec for free, because it is a separate free-to-play version of the game. There's, of course, only 3 playlists that you can play completely for free on there, but still cool that there is an element to the game that is completely free to play. So.
I mean, what a great demo if you want to try out the game and see if it's for you, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And it makes sense, it's a battle royale, except for Gauntlet, which is a little bit different. So it makes sense that a battle royale is going to be for free without requiring that $70 purchase. All right, pressing right along. EA is still in the news. So there's been a lot of pushback. We talked about it. We broke it down a couple episodes ago of EA essentially being sold to a private equity firm in Saudi Arabia, and a little bit to Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law. So, we've been reluctant about that, and so have been a lot of people. Apparently, a lot of people, streamers, you were telling me about this, Phil, Sim streamers, not keen on supporting that. EA is claiming here that they are going to retain creative control and that the owners will not have say. And I don't know that I buy that at all. I think that maybe they earned a little bit of leeway because Battlefield had a very successful launch, but I think this is just a little press release that they put out in response to people not streaming The Sims anymore.
Yeah.
So
I think they are appropriately freaking out over the fact that they're like, oh wait, oh no, people don't like what we've done, and they're trying to save their sale, because if people who are buying it go all of a sudden like, oh, everyone's gonna stop playing this, or rather, our built-in media of people who promote our games is just gonna stop.
Yeah,
that reduces what we're going to sell or want to buy it for. So they're trying to do damage control right now and get in front of this. I think it is, ideally that would be the best case scenario if EA still maintained creative control, but I also don't find it likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my key to it is that The Sims needs to keep making money, and if it's making money, I think they'll let them because politically, I mean, Sims is very progressive. It's like you can be gay and you get married and all of this other stuff that is obviously not tolerated in Saudi Arabia. So they'd have to walk back a lot of features in the game to do that. So I don't think that they will, unless The Sims stops making money. And they're like,
Yes.
okay, we're not. And then if they put out a Sims 5, which everyone's been waiting on for like the last 500 years, so it's like,
I think they will. I don't know why they would, but
I mean, they could just sell us more packs, like so. Just
Yeah,
update the engine or something. But I think they're a little afraid of losing the market here. But there's just, as we've talked about when we've covered Inzoi, there's just not a lot of competitors in that space. There's really not a lot of life sims, life simulation type games.
it's so ubiquitous that they have been named Sims.
Yes, exactly.
The whole brand of game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I'm happy that there is now a competitor out there because Enzoy being possibly an identity theft, organ racket.
Yes.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But
possibly
there is an. Yeah, who would know? At least there is an alternative to The Sims, so people want to continue to play a life sim game. They have this new game to go check out. Streamers have new content they can make with this new game, explore building a whole new life. But yeah, I do foresee that a lot of people will stop playing The Sims, and The Sims has been such a moneymaker for EA.
Yeah,
because several times a year they produce at least $60 content updates that are cost of a whole game that add like maybe a little storyline or a career and 5 outfits for your Sims.
Vampires in Paris, like I just made that up, but that sounds real.
I'm sure you can make a vampire and take it to Paris at the curb built The
Sims. Or Sims Paris, whatever that's called.
Sim Pally and Seminia.
Yeah. I think that this will be true until it isn't. So I do think, because what they announced is like, oh, we're going to lean into AI and making games with AI and everything like that. I think if we see new games come from Electronic Arts, those might be influenced by the owners. But as far as their franchises stand right now, I think they should be fine. But again, I think BioWare is going to go on the block, and hopefully somebody buys it. That is not Electronic Arts, because I think they're kind of done with BioWare anyway. Yes, unless the Mass Effect show is a huge success, and then they're like, no, we can't sell this anymore.
This is one of the few times I'm hoping for a show to be bad.
Are you kidding me? I want the God of War show to be bad. Like I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
They already gave us 40 hours of perfection in the 2018 and Ragnarok version. Don't stop. Just stop.
Just or do another game, release it 8 years from now when I'm hungry for it again. So, all right. Well, let's move off of EA. Animal Crossing: New Horizons got a 3.0 update, but we can basically call this the Nintendo Switch 2 update. And for one payment of $64.99, this update could be yours. I'm sorry.
How much is it?
$65.
The update from the Switch version to the Switch 2 version?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. No. I am sorry. So the Switch 2 version, if you're buying it, you did not own Animal Crossing before, it is $65. If you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you'll be able to purchase this for $5, which is what they should be doing for all of their games. And I'm so happy they're doing this for Animal Crossing. So there's a lot of updates that come with this. So obviously the resolution is going to be a lot better. They've added mouse controls to keep the Nintendo Switch 2 gimmick going. No offense, Phil. There's
gotta find something to do with those mice.
Yeah, there's 12-player multiplayer that they've added, which is awesome. There's new art that you can make. There's tons of new spaces that you can make. And a big thing that I think should have been in the original launch is that you can have multiple islands. You can do multiple saves. So if you have an island that you love, but you want that new game feeling, where you're just like, I'm just chopping trees or shaking them for fruit and all that stuff, you can go back and you can do that now, and it's amazing. You can do it again.
If you have a partner, you're like, I want you to experience it from the ground up. Let's go. I have to buy a whole new Switch or delete my friends.
Yeah, that was crazy because I wanted to play it on my partner's Switch, but I couldn't, and so that was very aggravating. Okay, they are also adding a resort hotel, upgraded item storage, Resetti's reset service. I don't know what that is actually. Dream World and Slumber Islands. Nintendo consoles are going to be added to the game as decorations, retro toys, the NES, the Game Boy, Lego items are being added to the game, Zelda items and Zelda Ambio functions, and Splatoon items. So it sounds like this is just a big update they've been working on. They've been dumping lots of stuff, so that's awesome.
The Legend of Animal Crossing. Let's go. There's also a new item they're adding called the Megaphone, which allows you to, using your Switch microphone, talk into it and call out a villager's name, and it will like tell them, like, you'll get where they are, and sometimes they'll like run up to you, which kind of seems pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Oh my god. That's fantastic. Oh my god, my girlfriend is gonna bounce off the walls when she hears that.
Knuckles! Knuckles, where are you?
Exactly. So that's awesome. It's good to see Animal Crossing get some updated things. I think that they've kind of been sparse with the updates. I know there was one major update after it came out, but the other updates kind of seem more like quality of life stuff. So it's good to see that they actually put some elbow grease into this, and they're doing what Sony did with their new console release, where they were like, hey, you've owned this before. We recognize that. Just pay a fee to upgrade it, which I think is very reasonable to do. That's work was put into it. I have no problem putting in some money if work was put into it. So
absolutely. And like a lot of these games, I mean, Nintendo is the exception. A lot of these games go on sale for very inexpensive anyway. So it kind of fits the like, all right, just pay us $5 and you can like play it with enhanced resolution or whatever.
Yes.
But yeah, listen, if you are a former Sim streamer, maybe come check out Animal Crossing.
I mean,
now.
come on,
maybe
yeah.
Come on
now.
Come to my island. Let's talk.
You just got to figure out how to stream from a Switch 2.
It is a tough thing. You need a whole.
You got to get adapters.
You probably got an Elgato somewhere.
Yes. Yes, exactly. All right. Last but not least, Phil, you want to take this?
Absolutely. The Simpsons.
Woo!
Are coming to Fortnite. Or actually, they've already come to Fortnite.
Yeah, they are in Fortnite right now.
They're jamming along in there. Marge is cooking up a fat steak. Homer is working at the nuclear power plant. So the Simpsons coming to Fortnite. What does that mean? What is that? Is that just skins? Yes, there are skins, but also the entire map of Springfield is now. I don't know if it is the full battleground or it is part of the battleground in Fortnite. But you can run around the Simpsons house. You can go to the Quickie Mart. I think it is the entire map is just Springfield.
So. I think so. Yeah, I believe so.
Which is really cool because it means a lot of it it becomes destructible, not indestructible. A lot of it is destructible. You can use vehicles. If you remember Simpsons Road Rage, this is probably the closest you're going to get until we get a new one of those.
Yes.
Playing a Simpsons video game.
Yes.
And with like the maker thing in there, you can actually probably play a lot of well-made, fan-made Simpsons games, which is super exciting.
Yeah, it is awesome. I'm constantly, I kind of miss the bus on Fortnite, but yes, but I am constantly impressed when they do things like this because it really, I get that the Fortnite aesthetic, or they've done like Family Guy stuff before, so they've done like the animation and that looks like very much how like the FX animation, the Family Guys, the Cleveland Browns, and so now that Homer's in it, it just feels right. It feels exactly like Simpsons Road Rage. And I love all of the screenshots that I've been seeing online of people sitting on the couch where it's like, oh, it's Peter Griffin and Homer and Bob's Burgers and Cleveland Brown or something like that. So that's hilarious. I love it so much. And yeah, as I was saying, I'm always impressed with the amount of work that is put into these collaborations with Fortnite. And
I will give it to Fortnite. They have been probably one of the most supportive, like free-to-play games. Like, even if you're not buying into the Battle Pass, they offer you some pretty unique changes and like additions every season. They give you new guns. They give you new game modes to play. Recently, I think their Fortnite like 3.0 thing, they added basically Guitar Hero. Actually, sorry, basically Rock Band, and then a whole Lego video game that you can play.
Yeah,
it's very impressed.
It is like far and away. I know that for the Game Awards, there's a award of like best live service, but like if we were really being honest, it would be Fortnite every year. Like because the amount of content that they just pump out, and again, you don't have to buy the Battle Pass. Like they want you to. Don't get me wrong, but you can just engage with so much of the game for free. And I think like if I had been a kid when this game came out, I would have been all over it. And I understand why kids love it so much. So it makes a hell of a lot of sense.
It's cool because you get basically to buy action figures to play your favorite game with your friends.
Yeah,
like that's what the different skins are.
Yes, exactly. Sad that people aren't buying action figures anymore, but that generation has passed. I guess it's fine.
Listen, I'll take the lack of plastic waste. Let's go.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very, very true. All right. Well, that wraps up the news for this week. Now we're going to get into our main topic. And the main topic this week is we're going to do a little podcast humble brag. Just talk about it. This is episode 100, as you heard us announce at the beginning. Phil and I have been doing this for the... Did we
go down?
Oh, no, we went back up. We just cut out for a second. Don't worry about it. But talking about video games is just such a pleasure of mine. I've been playing games since I was a little baby boy. My first console was a Sega Genesis. So I love playing Sonic the Hedgehog and Streets of Rage and Road Rage or Road Rash or Road Rush or something like that. It was like a motorcycle racing game.
Question for you. How long did you stay on the Sega train?
Not long. I got a PlayStation 1 with Spyro the Dragon, the original Spyro the Dragon, and then I got into Crash Bandicoot. And then I like lost my mind when Spyro 2 came out, like Ripto's Rage.
You naughty dog.
Well, that's Insomniac. So.
Wait, no, sorry. I meant for about
Crash Bandicoot. Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, man. I'm an OG Naughty Dog fan. First Crash Bandicoot, second and third. So, although Warped is the best Crash Bandicoot, hands down, in my opinion. But yeah, it's awesome that we've come so far. And part of the humble brag about this is I'm just gonna read over some of the stats that we've established here. So on TikTok we have over 6,000 followers, which is awesome. On YouTube, significantly less, but still a lot more from where we started. We have 352 subscribers right now.
Like that?
Yeah. Watch time over this last month, we have 24.8 hours of watch time just this month, Phil. We got 4 new subscribers this month. Thank you for subscribing. We got 2.7K views this month, which was awesome. You'd love to see it. Pretty darn good. And yeah, so I'm very, 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 very proud of us. I want to see how many, I want to see how many likes that we have on TikTok as well, just as I continue.
Probably quite a few.
Yeah, how many, if you had to guess?
I'm going to guess let's see. So the original Monster Hunter videos in there.
Yes.
Standing. I'm gonna say around 100K.
More.
More. 150.
More.
200.
More.
1 million.
No. We are at 487.6K likes, which is awesome.
I'm rounding up to 500,000.
Yeah, we'll take. Let's get it up to 500,000. Let's get it up. So yeah, if you're on TikTok, you can find us at Golden Glaze Gaming. We usually post like news updates or clips or anything like that, and I make sure to log on and check out clips that are going around the internet and repost them. So if you got some cool stuff that you're posting, send it to me. Send it to me at Golden Glaze Gaming, and I will repost it and everything. So Phil, yeah. how are you feeling? It's been 2 years since we've been doing this. I know it almost feels like pattern, like we know what we're doing on a Tuesday afternoon and everything like that.
Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to announce my retirement from life.
Oh, wow!
Cast 100 episodes, and now I can go walk into the ocean. No, this has been such a unique joy and pleasure. I want to say a special thank you to Paul, because this is mostly on Paul's back. Like, he does a lot of the news story aggregation. Like, we chat about stuff before then, but yeah, it's really been a wonderful experience getting to do this with you and getting to just go over these news stories and just, you know, get a friend who's into games. I've been playing games for all of my life, and a lot of my friends are not like necessarily as big of gamers as I am, and I think meeting you, it is nice to be like, oh yeah, this is a hobby that like you can be into. And even with my other friends, I'm like, hey, you want to try this? You're gonna like this game, I promise. I know we used to play games together, but it is very nice to like just get to have mature conversations about video games, to get silly, but also to be like, okay, where's the industry headed? Where's this thing that I love that has been with me my whole life? Like, when I was a kid, I was not very social. I was homeschooled, and so I spent a lot of time as soon as I finished my homework is like going playing my Sega Genesis, then my Sega Saturn, then my Sega Dreamcast.
Oh wow, you stayed on that Sega train.
I stayed on the Sega. 99.99. I was in line to buy my Sega Dreamcast, and of course that died. So I hopped on the Xbox train, and it wasn't until PlayStation 3, around the time The Last of Us came out, so the end of the generation, I was like, all right, let me try it, and I fell in love. I become a Sony pony, then a PC guy, and I just, you know, it's just great to get to talk about this industry, this art form, because that's what it truly is to me. It is something that is there for you when you want to unwind, also there for you as a way to connect with people, and just something that it's good to like be able to turn your brain not off, but to use it to do something else, to worry about getting through this match, to worry about getting a goal, versus your real life stuff, to give you kind of like a moment to moment break.
Yeah,
and to see some incredible stories. Like, you know, I think Sony has probably taken the cake for me, but I have cried playing video games. Recently, Ghost of Yotei, I cried during a pretty, just a really sweet moment, and I was like, oh, that's right, this art form has this effect on me.
Yeah, because it's an art form. It's not just I think the mainstream people, especially the older generation, they do not understand, video games. They think, oh, it's like shooters and violence. And don't get me wrong, there are those games, absolutely,
and that is fun,
and that is fun as well. But you can't take one game and have that, use that to judge an entire industry. I think when I was growing up, I was very embarrassed about being into video games, and being a millennial, both of us being millennials, getting older, you're not supposed to talk about it. You're not supposed to, not that you're not supposed to, but there's just kind of like, oh, you still play video games. But fun fact, majority of millennials, when they get home from work, they're playing video games, people. Oh, yeah. So that is
more
above.
People are playing video games now than ever before. People
ever.
Are playing on their phones, they're playing on their browsers, they're playing everywhere.
Yeah, and so there's nothing to feel bad about. It is one of the most popular hobbies, and there's a reason for it. And there's such a variety of experiences you can have just going over this episode that we did. We're talking about Battlefield, and we're talking about Arc Raiders, and then we're talking about Animal Crossing, and The Sims. completely different genres and experiences and vibes. It doesn't matter what kind of vibe you're looking for, you can find something in some video game somewhere. So has been
something that could speak to everyone.
Yeah. So it's been awesome doing this podcast. I hope we get to 200 episodes.
Yeah.
And
if I could take a second too, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been on the journey with us.
Yeah.
If you joined in this episode, if you joined in 2 episodes ago, it is sometimes Paul said earlier, like sometimes you wake up like, oh, I want to do a podcast today, and it's not even interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
But knowing that even 10, 25, hell, even 5 people are going to listen to it. Hell, even one person. Knowing that there's one person who's like, oh yeah, Phil and Paul are going to talk about games today. Really makes it worth it and makes it a lot of fun. And this is something that we do out of love of podcasting and video games and get to talk together. So I just want to say thank you for being a nice little inspiration and fire under our tuchuses at different times.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Shout out to everyone who has subscribed, everybody who likes our videos. We've been, again, our primary thing is the audio version of the podcast. That's doing well, but we've had much steadier numbers on YouTube. I know that, we're not a huge channel, but that is okay because I'm having a great time doing it. I want to shout out Zesty Plays 713. If you are listening, good sir. He has been commenting and he's excited for episode 100. He posted that 4 days ago, and just all of our other subscribers as well. And so we really, really appreciate that. So yeah, I think we'll wrap there. Does that sound like a good place to wrap, Phil?
That sounds like an excellent place to wrap.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Episode 100. We appreciate it. We're going to see you next week. We're getting ready for the holiday season. Phil, we got to start putting our Game of the Year list together because I feel like Call of Duty is still going to come out. But aside from that, I don't... we'll just throw that in the bin. Yeah, it's fine. So, all right. Peace out, everybody. Great episode, Phil. And I will see you next time.
Peace.